Good morning archipans, this is your English teacher Benu Sehrawat, and once again I'm back with the lesson number 8, the Purloined letter. Alright, so continuing with the same lesson, let's open the book at page number 98. Alright, so let's proceed with the lesson now. Alright, with this idea, I went to the minister's apartment myself and performed my own search. So we all know that Dupin, he went to the minister's house and his apartment, and he started for the search according to his own methods and scheme, right? So, and sure enough, there it was. Disguised with his seal amidst a pile of letters out in the open. So we already know that he was telling the narrator that a criminal, I mean, he has a different kind of mind, a brain, alright, and sometimes the police, they fail to think like a criminal, right? And that is the reason they fail at solving the cases, right? So Dupin says that unlike the prefect, I thought like a criminal, and instead of going into depth and instead of searching for the letter behind the paintings and beneath the objects, he searched for the letter amidst the things which were lying in the open. And of course that trick, his plan, it actually worked out. He found it, and it was lying out open on a table amidst a pile of letter. Now amidst means in the middle of something, okay? In the middle of. Right, like we can say the hut, there was a beautiful hut which was amidst the trees. That means it was surrounded by the trees and it was in the middle of the trees, right? So Dupin, he found the letter on the table and it was disguised. Now the letter was disguised. It means its appearance was changed, okay? Its appearance was changed. I mean, it did not look like exactly what he was told by the prefect, right? So disguised means with a changed appearance, with a changed appearance. Alright, so it was crumpled up. It was crumpled up. Now crumpled up, beta, it's a phrasal verb actually, and it means to crush something, okay? Crumple up means to crush. Now here it means it was crumpled up. It means it was all crushed. If we take a paper and we keep it like this in the fist, so it will be all crushed, okay? It will not be smooth and plain. It will be crushed. It was crumpled up so that no one paid attention to it. I purposely left a gold snuff box on the minister's table so that I could return to retrieve it on the next day. Now, why do you think the letter was crumpled up? Yes, because so that nobody could identify it, that it's the same letter, right? So that was the reason it was Crumpler. The minister, he changed his he changed its appearance by crumpling it up, right? So when he saw it, uh, the detective Dupin, he says, I purposely. Now purposely means intentionally, like when you know something, when you know that, I know this but still I am doing it, so you are purposely doing it, not by mistake, purposely, knowingly. Okay, purposely means knowingly or intentionally. Okay, so we can say, if suppose there's a boy who did not do his work, right? And the teacher, next day, the teacher questions him, right? That, okay, did you forget to do your work? Huh, beta, did you forget to do your work? Then he says, no ma'am, I accept my fault, but actually I did not forget, I purposely did not do it, but next time I will not repeat it. Okay, so purposely, intentionally, or knowingly. All right, so I purposely left a ghost snuff box. Now with a snuff box is snuff is something which is inhaled. It's a powdered tobacco, okay, which is really harmful for our lungs, right? So it's tobacco in powdered form. Sorry. So it was a gold snuff box in which tobacco powder is kept. So Dupin, he left his box there on his table. Why? So that he could return the next day to get it back. Okay, if you see here, minister's table, so that I could return to retrieve it the next day. Now you see the word retrieve. It means to get back. Now, alright, on my next visit, we were interrupted by the sound of a shot I had pre-arranged. Now, Dupin, being a detective, of course, he is very smart. So, when he went there the next day, of course, the whole thing, the whole situation, it was all pre-planned, right? So when he went there next day, they both were sitting there and they were interrupted by the sound of a shot. Interrupted means disturbed. Okay, interrupted means disturbed. Interrupted, disturbed. Okay, so I can say, all right, I am reading my novel right now, so please don't interrupt me. Okay, interrupt to disturb, right? So when they were sitting, they were interrupted, they were disturbed by a shot, sound of a shot. All right, and the shot was pre-planned. It was arranged by Dupin only. He actually paid that person to do so. Alright, so that disturbance can be created. Okay, and why did he do that? Why? Let's find out. Taking advantage of the minister's distraction, I replaced the letter with a document I had prepared. Okay, now he tells the reason of all this thing. Now he says, when hearing the sound of the shot, they both were distracted. The minister was distracted. Distracted means, like, I'm reading, suddenly I hear a sound, so I will look like this, so my concentration is distracted. Okay, so basically my mind is diverted. So distraction is basically diversion. Okay, now when it happened, the moment the minister heard this sound, he went near the window to see what was the matter. And the moment he went there, Dupin, he took the advantage of this situation, and the moment it happened, he replaced the letter with his own. Okay, he took the letter, kept it in his pocket, and he took out another one and kept it there at the place of the original one. Now and the letter was mine. Alright, the thing was done. Now this minister had once wronged me, and I had promised to remember it. Now Dupin says that, this minister, he is a very evil person. Okay, he was not a person of principles. He was a very bad person, and once he had wronged me. Now if you see, beta, wronged, the word wronged here has been used as a verb. Okay, wronged means to prove somebody wrong. Okay, to prove someone wrong. Okay, so if I say this answer is wrong, there it is adjective, right? Adjective in the predicative case, which comes at the end of the sentence, right? Predicative case of adjective. This sum is wrong. But if I say you have wronged the sum, you have wronged the answer, that means you have done it. It is attempted by you, which is wrong. Okay, you have wronged it. You have done it in a wrong way, right? So now Dupin tells the narrator that once this minister had insulted me, right? And it was very bad, it was very humiliating, it was very insulting, and that was the time when I promised myself that I would never forget this and I would take revenge from him. And this was the moment. Dupin actually did it, right? And when he took that letter and replaced it with his own document, he wrote 2 lines of French poetry, which actually meant that, it was a very bad deed. Okay, so basically it refers to what Minister D did, right? So it means whatever you did, it was bad, but it did not profit you. You did not get anything out of it, but I got it out of it. I got all the profit out of it. I got the advantage of out of it, right? And how did Dupin get advantage of out of that? Because he purloined the letter, and he got how many 50,000 francs for the letter also, right? And he gave the proof to the prefect as well, right? So this was the revenge of Dupin. Now beta, if we look at the main idea in the lesson, we get to know basically, working of Parisian police. Okay, Parisian police, it has been mentioned here, right? What kind of working they used to do in earlier times, in the times when Edgar Allan Poe was there as a writer, right? So their working was not perfect, not up to the mark, and it needed, it needed to be changed it was very mechanical, right? Where they did not think how a criminal mind worked, right? So it was quite methodical, and that was the reason they always used to fail at taking hold of the thief, the culprits, right? And that was the reason in those times the police, they always used to take help of the detectives. The detectives were quite popular in those times. So that is the reason, Edgar Allan Poe, he came up with this story, and he put forth that how detectives were helpful to the police in solving the mysteries. So I hope you all like this lesson, and you have understood it too. Still, if you have any doubt, if you have any problem, do not hesitate to ask me. Thank you so much.